everybody, here I am. Who knows what is going to happen here? You're looking happy, divine, beautiful. Let's see what's going on. New location. That fridge creaking in my ears. What's that fridge creaking in my ears been a bit much? You turn it upside down, baby. You like taking it into your own hands. I see what's going on. You got a spiel coming out. Why is that upside down? What is going on? Okay, the world seems to be upside down on its ear, on its head, because I am sitting right here where you can see. You can see that we have these runes coming out, and it was letting me know that we have a decision we can make here, one way or the other. One way or the other, and that is the story of life, okay? So along with this, there's perfect alignment coming in, and we can choose to celebrate it, but in order to do it, we have to go back. We're heading back into what would seem like the past, but really we're making a dogleg turn. When we're turning through the year, yes, around our New Year's time, that is when it is making the move and the shift back. That's the winter solstice, right? And so we're making that big turn. Well, that big turn seems to be maybe ruffling your feathers a little bit, okay? Let's see what we have going on here. The Hanged Man, but that's turning you upright, putting you in your prosperous stuff. Did you know that? This is here to expand you, to help you grow, to get all the blood restored to your head, and to let you walk on the clouds, the water, aka plasma. Getting that heart energy up into your mind, getting you to level up and to let go. Okay. That letting go is calling in the divine underground, the opening in the center heart of the earth, the heartbeat of the earth, and you're connecting with the vibes and the resonance going on here. You're beginning to pick up in that centrality of the mind, the crustacean, okay? The centrality of the mind, the pineal gland, the center of the earth, your brain, coming on in to divining and connecting, restoring the state of where the waters contact. The waters 222 on the clock, by the way, y'all. We'll see if I can continue to focus up here or not. And that brings in the Princess of Cups. There's still some guarding, still some protecting, not allowing heaven's benefits to rain down on you. We just call it heaven, meaning the mind, the connection, the commitment to oneself. There's some bindings going on there, previous promises or determinations that you've made. If that's never going to happen for me, this never works out, those type of things. So let's remove the always and the never here, shall we? And allow it to come on in. Anything that needs to be guarded and protected has its own self-covering. And that's not anything for you to be concerned with. And here the lantern glow is warming you and calling you home, to return to the home of your heart in your divinity. Now over here we have the Lovers. This to me resonates more as a like Six of Cups type energy in the deck, because the Nine of Cups is what registers as the Lovers. So this is a soulmate, a return from beyond the realm, coming on in 330, coming on up, that Trinity divinity union. People who love each other, mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, and soul. This can be friendship. This can be a lover. The divine kiss has to do with sharing the breath, being on the same page with yourself, and knowing you're going to let them more into the lower realms. Now, you can do that with friends, family, whoever is the people that you share your insights, your intimacy with. It doesn't just mean sex. So it can go beyond there. So beware who you do let into your world, because that is your world, my friend. But it says birds of a feather flock together. So know that you surround yourself with people of like mind, like heart. Not that you make the same decisions or always agree. We're talking like energy, okay? And now these have been put away. It was a set that was laid together in May, okay? Back around the time of the Venus retrograde going on. And it's talking about turning on your heart light. We have the Three of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in. The Six of Cups, again, uniting with this card we have over here, although this does sit above the Ace of Cups, knowing that this is that divine mint of love, the pinnacle, the zenith, Pinnacle, meaning the highest point, the pinnacle, the zenith of love right here. And we have the Four of Wands. So it's carrying on in, suggesting to you to consider turning your heart light on and to make the return, to allow this love to return here on earth as it is in heaven. Now, many of you may not have met this person in previous lifetimes. You have. So you're going to recognize them in their soul, in their eyes, in their heart, and in their mind. It will begin to give you peace, and you're not going to see red flags. You're going to see white flags, yellow flags, green flags, and all the hella colors of the rainbow. It has to do with cottage life, building a home together, star quality and star energy, and also the treasury, untapping the doubt, removing the doubt. No more shadows, no more turning. You will see it solarly and clearly because you can see how much sunshine and divinement we have going on here, friends. So let me reach for another deck. Sorry you had to see my butt. I'm looking here for the affirmative. I wonder if this place is going to jump just like they do when I'm at the counter, right? Okay. So you're talking about letting the love come on in. This is you waking and warming up to this coming along line. The Page of Cups, Princess of Cups, same thing. Coming on in here and allowing the love to flow, removing the binding. This is you uniting with this energy is what you're reiterating here, okay? See the two coming together? It looks very much like this, and this is you getting on the same page with yourself, having allowed the waters to reconnect, the trusting of yourself, that divinement coming in above and below from your mind and in the depths of your feet. Your feet are where your action and your choices align, your thoughts align and come into one place together. And you can see it restores your creativity, the creativity of your heart, the divine dance that you have with life itself, allowing the full expression to come on through, both in your potential and your actual, meaning you're not having to force it, to coerce it, to unct it up and motivate it. It's literally awakening up in a divine flow. And with that, we have the Queen of Swords. She's like, you got a little bit of box going on. You're a little bit boxed in with your mindset, your imagination, and it's wanting you to let your guard down and let it flow freely. This has to do with the clouds of your Hanged Man that you have going on here. Can you see the clouds going and the clouds here? But you're on a higher place. That's what you did. You've pulled yourself up and away, which is very much like this, because this inverted looks like you're on a precipice. And if y'all know, I don't keep my decks inverted, right? So for it to come in as such, the message is this way. It is incoming. But it's asking you to let your guard down, these guards, not this. It's fine for you to know that you're intending to fully receive your reward, that you know what you've set your sights on. You know what your boundaries are. That has to do with white magic, your hopes, dreams, and fears. Those boundaries are your fears, and not like fears or blocking fears. It's more like awareness and knowing your lane, knowing your proclivities, knowing who you are and what you're here for and how you operate, which is very important. But this is the divinement of life itself wanting to bless you. So they're asking you to let the walls down, let this beauty out into your world so it can begin to express itself. You're talking here about your heart light. Can you see that? Turn on your heart light. Let it shine wherever you go. Let it make a happy glow for all the world to see. Your heart and your head on the same page. Beautiful, beautiful, friends. Okay, let's see if there's more. You got a lot to say. Apparently y'all like it up here on my second floor. What else do we have coming on in for today? 9 of Cups, 2 of Cups, Queen of Wands, and 5 of Pentacles. If you're wanting to know how could this be, Joy, when it seems that there's nothing around me, nothing availing itself? You know what? Let me tell you, you can't see what I can see. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Look at your divine, magnificent abundance. And this is a pure, perfect mirror, the potential and the actual aligning and reflecting one another. So generally the way we can transform that and create the initiation is the power of our own permission, the power of our own authority, and that is to ask questions. And what we need to relearn here at this channel is how to be our own best friend. So rather than saying, well, I don't know how this is going to happen, that's a ceiling, that's a limit, okay? That's the box, that's the walls that we're needing to let down and let go of, and begin to ask questions. Well, how can we make that happen? Or what would that look like for me? Or let's make this day beautiful. What do we want to do today to make it beautiful? Questions like that coming on in, or what would I like to do for a career? You know, asking yourself that way, what would I like? Not, you know, what should I do? What do I have to do? What do I need to do? Those things, they're very constricting, very constraining, very kind of parental training type energy, and nothing dissing our parents, but it's like societal model formation. And that's us moving from this era of earth into this era of plasma and knowing how to flow, right? Page of Cups, the initiation of that love flow of the plasma coming in and divining and dancing with your heart and trusting yourself. So I'm saying trust yourself. Be aware that we can see what you can't, friends. So also remember the birds of a feather. Surround yourself with friends who honor you and who get you. They don't play you up. They don't, let me clear that, please. They don't play you up. They're ones that support you and love you and speak truth and life into you. That brings us into the Queen of Wands. That puts the power in your hands. Can you see? You have the power in your hands. You know thyself. And this is your imagination. This is your intelligence going on here. This is kind of like Five of Wands, the centering of oneself. When you know yourself and you know how you operate, you're able to make those decisions with clarity and self-assurance and moving forward. And that's what that action potential does when we ask ourselves those questions of how would we like to go about it? What would that look like for us? These very soft, very kind, open questions. And your body and your mind and your soul will get on the same page and begin to release this information to you. Signs around you. Remember, when we let the guard down, signs around you and outside in your world, but also in yourself, in your true knowing. Some of you might want to check out Gemini there. I'm seeing a little bit of an inkling and a leaning to it. But this has to do with physically speaking your truth. We have the green, the heart chakra coming up through the throat, not just knowing your truth, but speaking your truth. It gets you into that alignment. Remember, you've left behind the never, ever, and always, all those limitations and those factors and such, so that you could enter into the divinement of the Two of Cups. Now, some of you may want to tune into the Libra reading with that. You know, we're the whole zodiac here, but the Libra reading, it is quite long because they began to open the 1221 gate. The dilation has begun, like labor and delivery, and is beginning to expand and open for us so that we can enter the plasma gate here. We're not just, which 1221 on the clock right now, we're not just looking to enter into the era of air. We want the air and the water to come together, very much like this cloud energy. That's what clouds are. Okay, and clouds are what dreams are made of. It's what we look into the sky and we connect with, and we use our imagination. And they're saying, restore your imagination. See how this pink veiling and moving around you? It's awakening the high heart, like very much. See this area in the collarbone area. That is kind of like where children dream from, right? It's the freedom flow of knowing that life's got your back and there are no limits, that you've taken it off and you know what it is you desire to see, or at least you know what it feels like and what it would make you feel like, and what that would stimulate inside of you. So if you're not attached to exactly what it is and you know what it's going to feel like, then life begins to divine and dance with you here. Let me slide these down just a bit, okay? Divine dance with you here to bring in, hold on everybody, to bring in this here, Nine of Cups. This is you in your genius, your genie. Remember, it was just sitting under here. It was sitting under your intelligence and your imagination. That's what a genie is. When you know yourself, you're connected to the cosmos, right? You're no longer parenting yourself. Life University, cause and effect, the old assignment of karma, which Big Papa said he don't like very much, and Big Papa is very much Ganesha also. It's being able to step into that state of knowing yourself, knowing your lane, knowing what is that you desire to see in your life and how you go about it. It begins this beautiful dance and this genie, this permission of oneself to grant your wishes to come true. And I love it because they're ringing like 8 bells, 4 on either side of you, coming in to you're saying synonymous resonance with the divine cup. Oh, well, perfect. Perfect. Synonymous resonance with the divine cup. Okay. Thank y'all for being patient with me as I'm navigating this new space here and how these line up. Wishing you could see more, but whatever. I'm thankful you joined me and that you're giving yourself the permission to step into that divine seeing of self, the perfect mirror self, your high heart, your intelligence, your imagination to come in like that of a child, faith like a child, and watch as life begins to love on you and stir this up, giving you the full empowerment of your permission to obtain that reward of a life being surrounded by others, birds of a feather, those who love you, those who you love, that y'all look to support and encourage each other and not break each other down. That's the goldenest self, the goldenest world. That is where the heart and the mind and the soul, heart is our body, right? Get on the same page, bringing in the higher love. Now, love you, forget the way I look, whatever it is today, and I love you. Leave comments, compliments down below, whatever. Titillate those buttons so that YouTube will circulate this video, this joy to the worldness out to our world so that they can level up and have their energy sessions as well. Tune back in for that 12/21, and I should have Freaky Friday up soon. I love you. Bye.